We're on now. All right. Hey. This is my jam, y'all. I'm sorry. Girl, you look so good. It's the die for. I like that part. I like it when he said, I said I'm geeked and I'm fired up. That's my jam right there. So, hey everybody, it's Astro D. Trying to keep it live, keep it smiling, keep it nice. Love and relationships, that's my specialty. I love making learning and understanding astrology real simple and easy. I hope everyone had a lovely week and is doing well. I know everybody's like, where the hell you been, D? What's going on? What's going on, girl? So much. I got to tell you, since that full moon that hit on my birthday on the 28th in Sagittarius, I have been kicked around, slid, thrown down the steps. Astrologically, it is going down. And, like I always say, I tell people, I don't like telling my business on here. I don't like telling my business, but I do want to be honest with everybody. You guys are still hitting me up. I see y'all over there slick, talking about you liking my old videos. That's your way of telling me to hurry up and post something. I know. Today I'm going to be talking about Mercury through houses. I'm talking all this junk, but I want to tell you why I'm here today and what I'm going to be talking about. Mercury through houses. So I have been MIA. I've been taking care of a sick parent. It's been extremely hard, extremely difficult, but all right, like I have always been told, you look your best no matter how you feel. All right, and you keep striving and thriving for the gold no matter what. So I am here today to still keep giving you my Astro 411. All right, and to keep presenting to you the lovely astrology horoscopes and letting you know what's going on in the sky. All right. Now, back on the synastry thing, I love talking about synastry. I just finished my Sun through houses, which took forever. So I'm breaking it down into a much more shorter platform where I'm just doing one planet and I'm going through all the houses in one video. All right. And that way you guys could get it all right out there. And next will be coming Venus and all the other signs. So today I'm doing Mercury through the houses. Now, which is even more interesting, Mercury is changing signs. Mercury is going into Gemini now. So I want you to keep in mind, people, just keep this in mind. Now, when I'm doing this here, this is very broad. This is very broad when I say Mercury goes into someone's first house or second house or third house. I don't know what sign is governing that third house. I don't know what degree your Mercury hits that third house. And I also don't know what aspects that Mercury is making. So this is just the general assumption of the Mercury being in that house. So what am I saying when Mercury is in another person's house? You have your own individual chart, and then you have another person's individual chart. So when you lay those two charts on top of each other, right, your Mercury may go into someone else's third house. So for example, your Mercury is in Gemini. Right? Let's say someone's third house is in Gemini as well. Your Mercury is in Gemini in the first house. Their Mercury is in Gemini in the third house. So when you put your two charts on top of each other, your first house Mercury goes now into their third house Mercury. You are afflicting and affecting that house. The house person is feeling it. You are the one bringing the energy to it. So if you want to understand more about the planets and houses, I did a video on that as well. And if you want to understand more about aspects, I did a video on that as well. So you can check out my whole video library on trying to keep everybody up to date in this synastry journey that we're going to be on. So let me hurry up. Just stop talking. I hope you're following me now on Instagram to stay posted on my memes, because I also make memes and meme videos and all types of stuff. Definitely let's it's a good thing going on. We got good things going on. So Mercury now is entering into Gemini. So that's changing how we speak, how we think, how we talk. How are you communicating? What is on the mind? How do you guys argue? Do you argue at all? Do you not argue? What do you talk about? What is the discussion? The common theme and discussion for the relationship, right? How are your mental attitudes affecting this other person's mental attitudes and effects, right? Now, I've had some jacked up Mercury. No, I'm talking about aspects now. But let's talking about going into people's houses, right? So I got a ways to go. So I'm going to go through all of these 12 signs and I'm going to break them all down, starting with Mercury in the first house. So when Mercury goes into one's first house, right? The first house person is dealing with this constant, this how to call it, pensive, active. It's a very active energy where that person is constantly either talking about you or talking to you. It's like, oh my God, you just want to talk. They might even want to touch you a lot. That's even though that's more so Mars, but they just want to talk to you. They want to talk about you. You know, they are constantly on your mind here. And you're constantly on their mind, your physical body and how you're doing. So this might be the kind of person that the Mercury person might be like, oh my God, I hope that they went to the gym today. You know, I noticed that mole. They have a mole on their left shoulder and I see that mole. You know, I wonder if they could use something for that mole to get it off. You know, stuff like that. They are very constantly involved intellectually on your physical body and in your entire life. They're just involved. You know, quite involved when someone's in your first house, involved on the physical presence, you know, like I said, constantly talking about you, presenting you to other people. You know, you are really, your physical health and your physical being is very much on their mind and in their intellect and how they can make it better, plan for you, stuff like that. I think that's kind of sweet. So now you got Mercury in the second house. When Mercury falls into someone's second house, this is where, you know, they are concerned with your finances, right? This person is very much into how much money you're making, right? They make you think about how much money you making. You know, this is that person that be like, damn, you know, I got to make a plan. I got to get my life together because, you know, she's making me really think about the future here. I've been kind of broke. Constant discussions that you guys are going to be having. This person is going to evoke the Mercury person going into your second house. They're going to evoke that conversation constantly about self-value. You know, this person could be, you know, helping you, you know, in your business. Maybe that person could be helping you write out, you know, getting your clients, helping you improve and earn money. They can be like a sort of secretary for you, you know, giving you information on how to build in your business and how to earn money for yourself, giving you ways in which you can start to value yourself, all right? Intellectually, or value your intelligence. You value their intelligence. Their intelligence is something that gets you going, all right? That gets you going into what you need to be doing for yourself. You almost take it as, you know, you value that. Their intelligence brings a value to you in your life, whether it helps you make more money or not, but their intelligence definitely has a lot to do with your income. So imagine if that Mercury is jacked up and somebody all slow and stuff is coming up in your second house telling you to do all kind of stuff, making you go into debt. That's that eighth house now, Mercury. So anyway, so that's Mercury in the second house. This is where we're dealing with our finances. We're dealing with how this person is going to affect my money in a sense and affect my self-worth. You know, maybe they'll give me more education on how I can improve my own self-worth. Mercury then goes into the third house. This is the third house. Now, this is a lot of communication. This is a very lighthearted relationship here, you know, but very much cerebral. I mean, very much in the brain, very much like, you know, you guys are talking about, you know, the local neighborhood, what you guys want to do in the areas, very much in contact. This person might be in contact with your family members and your cousins and siblings, closer siblings. They might be that friend that, you know, that lover, that boo that you break up with, but they still hanging out with your cousins and stuff. And you're like, well, goddamn, where's y'all loyalty? Loyalty. Okay, the song I was just playing earlier. You know, and then you're like, damn, well, where's the loyalty at, guys? Why are you hanging with him? But that person, their Mercury might have been in your third house. They're still in communication with your family. They might still, this is actually, sometimes we want to see, you know, if a long distance situation will actually come to fruition. And a lot of times if that person's Mercury is in your third, they're very much involved in your life. You know, this is where they'll be more active here. Also, they stimulate the idea. They make you want to write. They might make you feel smarter. They might make you want to talk more, a lot more. this person really, I mean, you guys both are probably talkative because the third house is going to ignite that Mercury to talk, and Mercury is going to ignite the third house to keep it rambling. So you guys definitely little hobbies, want to learn things together, learn new things together. This is a nice little combination here. So now Mercury goes into the fourth. This is where Mercury wants to talk to mom. This is where Mercury constantly is thinking about the welfare of your family. This is where they're like, it's like, damn, are you in my family? Because sometimes this can be a family member, you know, a lot of times. Synastry is not always just about love. Sometimes this can actually be a family member that, you know, is in the fourth house. Mercury is in the fourth. You know, they want to talk to your mom. They want to see your family. They want to be involved. They're constantly asking about, how's your family doing? How's everybody doing? They want to talk about your home. You know, I think you need to do this. I think maybe you should decorate it this way. You know, long chats at home. You know, this is a lot of time spent in that atmosphere, that homebody atmosphere here. You know, also talking about the past. This is where you got to be careful that you don't let Mercury make you overthink the past too much. It's like, look, that was the, you know, hey, that happened. It's over. Let's move on. And the Mercury person might be pulling you right back to it, you know, old habits to keep going over and over and over again. You know, so if Mercury is afflicted in that fourth house, this person may make you, you know, see your home in a negative perspective, see your past in a negative perspective, make you talk badly about your past, confuse you as well about a lot of things that are going on and where you're coming from. This is why your roots have to be strong. All right. What did Malcolm say? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Right? So don't let anybody come up in your fourth house and shake your roots if their Mercury is afflicted as well. So Mercury going into the fifth house. Ooh, this is my favorite. You know, anything about love is my favorite. So it's like, no surprise, D. Well, Mercury going into one's fifth house is actually a way in which one can be more creative. These are games, intellectual games. The person may make you want to play more games, may make you want to do more intellectual, competitive pursuits for fun. You know, they may make you want to write poetry, be more creative. They talk to your children. This is somebody that wants to be very much involved with your children. And let's hope that Mercury is well aspected, not cursing your kids out. All right. So you want to make sure that this person in this Mercury person is definitely, you know, speaking well to your children and about your children, giving you the right ideas about raising them if you want it, if you want those ideas. Also giving you the ideas about your creative children. Maybe you painted something. This is that person that's going to want to come talk about it and critique it, whether it's good or bad. So let's hope your stuff is good. But this is that person that's going to want to come and be like, I think you should have used this instead. You know, I think this, or, oh my God, your work is great. I need to tell everybody about it. How could we make it better? Let's make a plan. Let's do a business plan so that we can get your artwork out there. Hello, my artwork. If you like it, visit my website, www.arishaart.com. Thank you, everybody that's been commenting on my art and telling me how awesome it is. Thank you. It's been a very long journey. Very long journey. So, you know, Mercury in the fifth house is also evokes that fifth house person's romantic interest, right? Mercury is also evoked by wants to go to that area. Mercury's drive is to make you think about it, make you think about love and romance, to have those discussions. So even if this isn't a lover, this could be one of those friends that you just love to talk about your love relationships with. You just be like, oh my God, so you know what happened to me? Ray tried to holler at me and I told him no. And then they're like, what? For real, girl? Oh my God, that happened. That did. That's what you guys want to talk about. Fun games, sports. This guy friend, you know, you guys love talking about sports all day. And a lover too, you know, they may like to talk about sports with you a lot and those fun pursuits. The sixth house. So this Mercury person is that person that reminds you of that doctor's appointment that you have. They will be on it. They're going to be like, listen, did you write it down? Did you write it? You know, you got a doctor's appointment on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Where? Which doctor? I tell you, it's a doctor. I wrote it down the other day for you. This is the person that is on top of your routine. They are involved. They got something to say about what you're doing every day. Okay. They may even be a coworker. They may be involved in some type of daily task that's going on. That's one thing, you know, if you meet somebody long distance, you can look and see it. Are they in your sixth house? That's your everyday house. Are they in your third house? That can be a high chance that, you know, hey, you know, this person may come to me, because I do, a lot of my readings, I do talk to some people who are trying to, develop long distance relationships here. So, with that being said, if you're trying to do that and you see that Mercury's in the 6th house, hey, it could work. It might be able to work. So Mercury in that 6th house, this person is constantly, has their mind, they're constantly thinking about ways in which you can be healthier or ways in which that they can make you more unhealthy, depending on how their Mercury is and depending on what is the situation of your 6th house as well. We don't know where the 6th house is at. So depending on your 6th house is where we'll be able to really understand what is that Mercury is trying to accomplish while being in here. We're also talking about dispositors. Remember, I'm keeping it real general. Mercury falls into the 7th house. This is very nice. This is very nice. This person definitely makes you think about how to cooperate in a one-on-one relationship. They may make you think about relationships a lot of times when someone's Mercury is there. This is where the discussion on how to build partnerships, this is that person you definitely talk about marriage with. Even if you guys do or do not get married. And see, and then that messed up though. And that messed up because sometimes you'll see somebody in the synastry, it's like you think it's all great and their Mercury will be in your 7th house. Nothing else will be anywhere though. Their Mercury will just be in your 7th house. So they come to you talking about love and stuff. You're like, oh my God, this is my boo. This is my boo. They're coming and they just want to talk to me about love and marriage. It is about to go down. Like they really are about to love on me. And it's like, no, their Mercury is just there. They just want to talk to you about it. They just want to see your ideas and your thoughts on it. And you just want to share ideas and thoughts on relationships and use that. Use that to grow. Use that to build your Barbie and Ken, all right, on some weird science stuff. Use that to build your ideal person through these discussions with that Mercury 7th house person. And it also could be that this person does want to marry you and you guys do talk about it because you want to do it. I don't mean to, be a Debbie Downer. Mercury going into the 8th house. When your Mercury is in someone's 8th house, see, this is where you got to be careful. Now, it depends on how you expose yourself, how exposing you are. All right. Are you an open person and you just want everybody to know everything, like Cardi B? Are you more low key, more quiet like Angela Bassett? Don't nobody know nothing about Angela Bassett. If you notice, she's never in the media about no gossip or anything like that. So, what is the case, with Mercury going into this 8th house? It depends on how uncomfortable or comfortable you'll be with that Mercury person because they are exposing secrets. They are, and I mean those secrets that you intentionally kept. Like, I don't want anyone to know this. This person is going to uncover them. They're going to want to talk about, let's talk about your pain. And that might get on your damn nerves if you're not ready for it. That might be very irritating that this person is constantly probing, at your mysteries within you. They want to open you up. And it's like, oof. Do I really want this person to explore me? But they do. They want to share. They want to discuss how you guys can share together, right? The thoughts and the minds are on sharing. The thoughts and the minds are on what they can give to you intellectually. Are they giving you anything? Because they should. The person likes to give you books. They like to write things and give it to you. They might want to draw something maybe and just hand it to you. Might even give you money. But more so giving you information and knowledge on how to possibly heal those wounds of the 8th house, how to possibly work through those secrets, or just making you talk a lot and reveal your secrets. Sometimes that happens with the Mercury 8th house. Mercury in the 9th house, this person is encouraging you to think about your beliefs. You guys might have a similar religious background or might have a similar education background here. So this is where you guys talk about how to you get curious about each other's beliefs, constantly talking about philosophy and religion, constantly, educating yourselves. This is very, also, I say the higher level of that 3rd house Mercury. You guys want to go deeper. You guys want to talk about astrology and talk about, the procreation of life versus the latest gossip and entertainment in the 3rd house. You guys are definitely trying to really learn the metaphysical life, and really go deep in that sense. What do you guys believe? Maybe this person is coming to help change your beliefs, make you think about them differently, bring your beliefs a little lighter, put a little intellectual lightness on your beliefs here. Just got a phone call. Yes, put a little intellectual lightness on your beliefs here. Then Mercury goes into the 10th house. Mercury in the 10th house here is where this is that person that is always going to talk about your reputation. What are you doing in your career? How can you be better in this? What are you going to do to elevate as far as climbing? You know, you're going to get that promotion. You ready to get that promotion? This could be a boss. This could be someone at your job or someone that delegates between your work situation. They're very much involved in your reputation. They could be talking about you to other people, right? Now, this is on a mass scale, talking about you to other people, kind of similar to the first house, more so talking to you a lot, always wanting to talk to you a lot and stimulate your brain. Now this is the mass media, the public area. What is your reputation? They're constantly talking about your reputation here. They're teaching you, they could be teaching you how to, could be like a publicist, very much like a publicist, where this person is teaching you how to interact with the world, right? And learn the best way here, how to communicate with everyone else. Here, this person is very, very interested in that, and you are as well. They give you ideas on how to be better, on how to climb that ladder that you're trying to climb, giving you information on how to climb. Mercury goes into the 11th house. This person is always talking to your friends, very much involved in your social groups and organizations. You might have met them in a social group and organization where they gave you, you know, some pamphlets. They might have been handing out pamphlets or something like that, and you met them right there doing it, handing out their pamphlets, giving a presentation, teaching you something to a group, right? Being involved in the club. The club could be literal club, a party. I met him at a party. It's just a social organization here where you two constantly want to share ideas and bounce off of each other, different ideas and stuff. So that's Mercury in the 11th house. This is a friend. This is definitely a friend here. Even if you do have indications of love in the horoscope chart, this Mercury in 11th house, you guys talk about being friends. You talk to each other's friends, very much involved in each other's friendships and groups that are going on. The discussion is how do we, you guys might be even involved in some type of humanitarian endeavor together. You know, you guys want to, you know, work for Humanity United. I was also helping Humanity United. So it's like you might want to do something, start up an organization together, which I think is sweet. Then you have finally Mercury going into the 12th house. This is tough here because this is where the 12th house, when your 12th house is what's hidden from you. Your 12th house sometimes is unseen, and if it is seen, it's seen very subtly. It's seen in your dreams. It's seen in the spiritual sense, a very soft, subtle sense. So if someone has a strong Mercury, they are drowning in that 12th house. You know, somebody might not really hear them too much, or if they do, you know, they do hear them, but they hear them on a spiritual level. Like, I feel you, what you're saying. You're speaking to a subconscious part of me that I have never been able to reach, even myself. Oh my God, this is almost uncomfortable. This person can almost see through those things that you can't see through and verbally communicate them. And this can be quite scary to the 12th house person. But this also stimulates the Mercury person's imagination, deep in the imagination, total stimulation. Mercury might secretly, you know, have feelings or opinions towards this 12th house person, but unable to express it because either the 12th house person is just not there in distance. This is also long distance communication. The person could be in another state or place, and you're in one area, and they're you just distance, long distance. Also, the 9th house as well can also talk about long distance relationships. But if you have planets in the 6th and 3rd, then, you know, that might bring it to the local area. So, yes, in the 12th house here, this is the magical house, the mysterious dark house here. So Mercury wants to see, right? So this person, depending on how Mercury is aspected, could be undoing you, you know, undoing a lot of your intellectual pursuits here. Or they can be encouraging, like I said, the imagination and the fantasies. So Mercury through houses, Mercury in relationships is definitely how we communicate. And you want Mercury to be in good situation with someone. I have seen amazing aspects in birth chart, in synastry charts with couples. But if that Mercury is jacked, then, you cannot, nothing else can really come to fruition because you guys can't even talk and you're constantly having misunderstandings. And those misunderstandings lead to just being like, oh. And nowadays, nobody really wants to work out misunderstandings. It's just so easy to just block somebody and cut somebody off. Don't even call them. Don't try to understand what's going on. It's so easy to read a text message, get angry, and block somebody, right? So, Mercury these days, I think, is like so distorted as far as concerning relationships, because we have the internet to kind of distort a lot of our communications here. So we want to see good aspects between Mercury. We want Mercury to be in a good house in good aspect. Because if you have Mercury in your first house in negative aspect, this person is talking about you to other people in a negative manner. They're going around gossiping about you. Mercury and Gemini in the first house, yeah, squared Mercury or some shit, they're talking about you. Or they just think negatively about you constantly. And I'm sure that imposes on your psyche. So I'm not going to stay here too much longer. I'm getting calls and stuff. I got stuff to do. I got people to talk to in my Mercury. All right. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you're following me at AstroDee5. I absolutely do birth chart readings. I do synastry readings as well. So if you'd like to get a synastry reading with me, make sure you click on the link in the description, and I will see you soon.